So it's dawn of the next day, and there truly was an elephant that passed right through here. My tent is literally right here. This is my tent. These are the trees. And here's elephant footprints. He was literally right next to my tent. And look, you could see where he went through and where he stepped away this way. You can see his big padded feet. And he went down this path. Wow. Only in Africa. That is amazing.
Day 10. Dear Journal, it is a very chilly morning as we start our day at dawn. Heading out and around the plains, we made it our mission to find lions and hyenas as well as cheetahs today. By a congregation of safari rovers, we discovered our first lioness. Then shortly after being discovered, decided to get up and move to another location. We decided to follow. To where she led us was to another lioness who was lying nearby, with a cub that was actually nursing from her. It was beautiful to see the both of them protecting and caring for their young, as we all watched cautiously from a distance, making sure not to make any sudden moves or noises.
Wow. Look at the size of this. How many years do you estimate the baobab is?
If it's 30 meters, which is mean 3,000 years old.
Wow.
How long do they usually live?
More than 1,000.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as you see them, this one it could be more than maybe more than 2,000 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It's
We found them. We are going to leave them.
yeah. That's amazing. It's a couple millennia old.
I don't know.
Wow. It's got to be 2,000 years old, estimate. Wow. Touching a baobab that's older than our home country. But look at all the hornbills hanging around us.
At the large baobab tree we saw yesterday, we made a pit stop to stretch our legs and have a snack. Many friendly hornbills came around as we started eating. They didn't seem to fear us much as they approached. They came so close, in fact, that Clint and Jerry began to round them up in an attempt to shoo them away. It didn't really work. The hornbills just kept hanging around us as we relaxed by the ancient baobab.
It's amazing that they don't seem to have any fear of us at all.
This tree was the biggest I've ever seen. Absolutely ancient. Probably one of the oldest living things in existence on planet Earth. It gave us some great perspective on how big and old things can actually get in this world. There could be other baobabs out there in Africa that are even larger than this one. And that's the intriguing part. They could have yet to be discovered by man. Roaming across a big, grassy, treeless expanse, something caught our eye way off in the distance. An animal that appeared to be a hyena running across the plains near a herd of wildebeest.
It looks like he was chasing a bird.
The hyena is next to those wild beasts.
I spotted
Hyena
him.
just stopped.
There he is.
I attempted to get a clear picture, but the heat coming off the ground distorted the image on the horizon. Hopefully we'll see this animal again soon.
Hold on.
We then got word over the radio that there was another lion sighting off in the distance just under a mile away from where we were. We promptly headed over to take a look ourselves, and sure enough, we came across another adorable sight. Yet another mother lioness with her 2 cubs playing at her feet. It was too cute for me to handle, so I just had to film and photograph as much as possible. The mother kept vigilant over her cubs, making sure that they're not in any immediate danger, for a cub can be vulnerable to other predator attacks if left unattended. That was when the mother decided to bring her cubs to the shade and shelter of a nearby tree, to help blend in with the environment as well as to ensure the safety of her cubs, as well as rest, Well, that is, the mother tried to rest as the cubs continued to romp and play around. A few meters away, we then noticed that there were 8 more lions lying under the shade of a bush, an entire pride we found. It is most likely that the mother and 2 cubs we saw are part of this pride as well. But where was the king himself? Surely he had to be somewhere nearby. But where? Not a moment too soon, we finally spotted him in all his regal glory. He was sleeping under another shrub nearby, only a few meters away. After a moment, he suddenly stood up and began walking towards the rest of the pride. He passed by us in our rover by only a few feet as we gazed in awe at his beautiful mane.
That was the king of Africa. Oh my God.
Being that there were so many safari rovers around as we were looking at the lions, we decided to head back to camp for lunch for the time being. Though we are extremely happy to see such amazing animals finally after all day searching for them yesterday. We pass by many different species as we make our way back.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh, sorry. You're fine. You're fine.
You good? good, Caitlin?
Yeah. Please stay. Please, don't run away.
Oh, it's Mr. Banana Beak.
Can you see him?
Hakuna
Yeah, it's-
Matata.
I got her.
Hey.
That's a
don't
good
know.
idea,
I'll
Brittany.
take
Let me
one.
try it on Snap.
Who needs the water?
Right. Hey, at least we're still going on a safari.
That's right.
Look, the sun's shining.
Ian, don't tap it. You're making it worse.
What? How did I make it worse by tapping your shoulder?
Because you're making it sentimental.
I
Making it sentimental.
was trying to cheer you up by.
Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna be sad.
Don't worry, it's not over yet. I remember what Festus Ledismo from Lewa told us. It's not over until it's over. And it's not over yet, and I just lost my hat. Okay. What's happening? What? Is that a sandstorm just now? What happened? Okay, I don't know what happened, but I'm what do you? Okay, you see, it's not over yet.
It's not over yet.
After getting blasted by sudden gusts of wind, we embark on our final afternoon safari. We are back out on the plains once again to find more predatory animals, and once again we found the two cubs from earlier who are still as playful as ever. They pounce, roll, and wrestle one another until one is pinned on their back. Their mother nearby still seems very sleepy. So much footage of the lion cubs was filmed, for every moment they played was just pure adorableness. So many photos were being snapped in such a short amount of time, it was ridiculous. This was more than what we could have asked for a lion encounter, but it was not over yet. Once again, we saw the same majestic male lion from earlier, this time with his mane lit up beautifully in the setting sunlight. He walked over to a patch of grass, did a flame in response, and promptly urinated in the very spot to mark his territory. then began to make his way towards our rover, as we were all dumbfounded at how lucky we all are to be right there witnessing the behavior of Africa's apex predator only just a few feet away. It seemed unreal, but was very real at the same time. We could almost reach out and pet his mane. Also, that the fact that there was no other rovers nearby, it was just us there, made it all the more special. At this point, he was just napping, not caring if we were there. We took the time to enjoy his majestic beauty. After 10 minutes, we decided it would be best to move on and let the lions be. A great experience to remember. As a matter of fact, this whole adventure has been the greatest I've ever had. From doing things I've never dreamed of, like shark diving, to seeing 2 of the 7 natural wonders of the world, to coming in close contact with the wild beasts of Africa numerous times, all while making new friends. This trip has really made me appreciate our planet even more. Maybe that's why people like me and my group set out on trips like these, to fully appreciate the true beauty of the world in person, to see it with our own eyes. The wildlife, the culture, the music, the landscapes, the people, the food. Africa itself is truly a unique continent that makes the Earth a wondrous place to live in and explore. Until the next journey, this is Ian, signing off for the final time. Stay wild, my friends.